Act as if everything depends on you, but trust as if everything depends on God. My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, in today's Gospel, Jesus tells a parable of the dishonest manager. A rich man finds out that his manager has been wasting his money. So he calls him in and says, "You are fired. Give me a report of what you have done." Now this manager realizes he is in big trouble. He is too weak to do hard labor, and he is too proud to beg. So he comes up with a plan. He goes to people who owe his boss money and reduces their debts, hoping that later they will remember him and help him out. And surprisingly, the rich man praises him for being clever. Why would Jesus tell this parable about a dishonest man? He is not telling us to be dishonest. Jesus is showing us how this man used his cleverness to secure his future, and he is saying that we should be just as clever and committed when it comes to our relationship with God. We need to be wise in how we live out our faith. Writing to the Philippians in today's first reading, chapter 3, verse 17, St. Paul tells us, "Join in imitating me and observe those who live according to the example you have in us." He speaks to us about living as citizens of heaven in same chapter, verse 20, reminding us to keep our eyes set on what truly lasts. The manager was clever about his earthly future. How much more should we be clever in living for our eternal life? Think about the saints. St. Ignatius of Loyola once said, "Act as if everything depends on you, but trust as if everything depends on God." The saints lived with purpose. They were smart about how they used their time and energy, always working toward God's kingdom. They show us that being faithful is not just about following rules, it is about making choices that bring us closer to God every day. So let us ask ourselves, are we putting as much effort into our faith as we are into other areas of our life? Are we setting aside time to pray, to help others, to grow in love? Jesus wants us to be shrewd, to use our gifts, our time, and our resources in a way that builds up our relationship with God. Today, let us decide to be wise in our faith. Like St. Paul and the saints, let us stand firm in the Lord and make choices that bring us closer to heaven. When we live with purpose, we are building something that lasts forever, our friendship with God.